good.
that out.
Oh no,
Okay.
yeah, you're definitely good. Well, as always, good afternoon, good morning, good night, whenever you're listening to this. This is the podcast, and joining me tonight, we've got. I have to invite you guys in the order which you came in. We have my man Dinesh. What's going on, Dinesh?
What's going on, everybody?
Cool, cool. And of course, you always have Rabindra on. What's going on, Rabindra?
What's up? Happy to be here as always.
You
Great.
sound so thrilled.
Yeah, I know, right?
I feel like
Yeah.
I guess that came from me realizing that I was basically being punished for being late. Now I gotta be named last. Fine.
Listen, I don't want to be left.
I got picked last. That's basically what I felt.
It's okay. There's
That's
nothing wrong with being picked last. Save
that's
the
a
best for last.
story of me in gym class. Always being picked last. So
Rubinja's that kid in class that's like, I showed up when I show up. Why you treating me different?
Practice.
Practice. We talk about practice.
Come on, man. Practice? Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it done.
Now he's over it. Now he's like,
yeah.
No, let's get it done. Come on. Let's talk about these foosball games.
Football American, as it's called in France. So, what's what's going? I mean, we had an interesting week, guys, of games. But before that, if you've been following me on social media, you know that we're gonna be moving to the radio Thursdays at 9 p.m. I gotta give myself a little shameless promo here.
clap it up for Brock.
Yep.
Yeah, 9 p.m.
Got to let them know.
9 p.m. on Thursdays. Yeah, guys. So join me there. You have to go to www.theblock105.com Thursdays at 9. And they've got like great programming if you're into like music and stuff like depending on R&B, rap, so they've got other great programming there as well. So you can hop on, you'll hear me Thursdays starting October 6th. 9 p.m. And I'm not going to leave you two behind. We're not going to leave you guys. You're only my Podbean people.
It's okay.
Will, yeah.
You can leave Rubinja behind. He don't seem like he's like interested. He's just like, yeah.
I'm only gonna get picked last.
Yeah, you famous now. I don't even want to deal with you.
Yeah, I mean, I Rubinja, we've been on a lot of podcasts together, man.
We have. I'm not even sure how many.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm trying to think now.
Yeah. And he just drops you like that, Rubinja? Damn, bro.
I know, man. Where's the loyalty?
We did the
whole ain't loyal out here.
The whole NBA series we did.
I feel like Patrick Ewing out here. They just let me go.
Patrick Ewing got no rings.
Disrespecting him though. Shouldn't let him go.
Yeah. Okay. I guess
another podcast.
I guess I can bring you guys.
I'm just here for comedic relief. That's it.
Like I was saying, if I ever get that Derek Jeter interview, I'm dropping you both. Just saying.
Yeah, because you're gonna be selling that jersey and making mad bread off of it.
I would sell it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna. If you're listening, Derek, I would sell that jersey. Somebody got to pay for the radio. Come on now.
Oh man.
So, all right, man. Let's get into it. Let's week 2. What did you guys think, man? A lot of wild finishes.
Really, a lot of wild finishes, and I don't know, some teams that just never got it going.
It wasn't a lot of wild finishes. A lot of Dinesh being right. That's what it was. If you was here last week and you paid attention to what I called, you definitely should have bet on me because I forgot.
Right. I forgot already.
Yeah, I forgot what you.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. That's all right.
Not memorable.
It's okay.
But you think I remember what we said or listen back or anything like that?
Yeah, no. For real. I definitely don't remember. I don't remember. The only thing I remember so far for this season, I'm calling Mahomes MVP. That's it.
I think he's gonna do all right. I don't think he's gonna be MVP. I think Josh Allen has got a serious case for MVP.
Oh yeah, I know. I feel
I
like those
mean,
two are just. I feel like
oh,
Mahomes got something to say.
my preseason was Lamar Jackson. So
Yeah,
I might be a little off.
I
Yeah,
don't think he's gonna play to his
yeah.
potential because, like I said, like last week, I think he's on his way out. I think he doesn't care to be
Well,
there.
I think just watching like you guys using Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes, like they could be co MVPs with the way they're playing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Because Mahomes is doing a lot with like a mediocre like supporting cast.
yeah.
Because Juju's
Cause
playing well.
he's a stud. That's why
Yeah.
he's
Plus,
an
like,
MVP.
can we like petition to change the Chiefs' name this season to the hyphenated team?
Well, yeah,
Because
no one. I realized no one's ever thought about changing their name. Like their name's just good. Like everyone else is not good.
no,
You know what I mean?
I suggested because they've got at least like 20 dudes with hyphenated names. They've got Juju
Edwards
Smith,
Hilaire.
Edwards
Yeah, everyone over
Hilaire,
there. Yeah,
Valdez Scantling, or
yeah.
Yeah.
like, bro, what are we doing here? It's the
So,
squad where everybody's mom wanted to keep their maiden name and the new name, so it's like, yeah, we all gonna be on one team.
Can't
well,
let this name go.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah,
so,
Proc, which
well,
game you
no,
want to
no.
get into?
The Chiefs played. Since we were talking about the Chiefs, they played Thursday night and last Thursday night, and that Charger game. They played
So
the Chargers. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
what do you all think about Justin Herbert, the opposing quarterback there? Is that going to
Herbert
be costly injury?
Herbert is a stud, and I feel like that was their game to lose, and they did lose it. Herbert just gave up that pick six, right? I think he gave up a
Yeah,
pick six.
yeah.
Yeah,
There's a pick six. Yeah,
and that was it. Once they did that, it was over because you had the game in tow.
Did he injure his ribs before or after that though?
I think
Like
after.
I'm trying to remember honestly. I feel like because I'm not sure at what point. But yeah, like that was a big loss if you ask me. I
Yeah,
mean, him injuring his ribs, period.
yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, I definitely agree. He's definitely a really good, well, not really good, but like top tier quarterback at this point, even like so early. But I I gotta say, I expected that game to be like more of I guess more of a shootout, than what it was. Like,
Well, I expected the Chargers to blow out the game because the Chargers defense is so
yeah.
much better than the Chiefs
They're
defense.
supposed to be. Yeah, they are
Right.
supposed to be better. Yeah,
But that injury, I can see how it costed the Chargers their their victory. Because that, let's be honest, that Chiefs secondary is garbage. It's basuda. Their front line is decent. They have two ends that are solid. Other than that, that's it. Their
so
linebacking
wait, so
core
that's all.
is
I just want to make sure. I want to make sure I heard you right. But I thought you just said the Chiefs' defense was bad. I thought so. That's why I was confused for a second. So
yeah.
you mean
The Chiefs defense is garbage.
no? But so it's not better than Chargers, is what I'm saying. Because
No, it's definitely not because that
okay,
Chargers
all right, that's what.
secondary and then their front line. Oh man, you
Yeah,
got
no. Well,
Poulsen.
I mean, yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like that's why I even expected it to be even like a better game. You know what I mean?
Like yeah, I expected the Chargers to put up a lot
Like
more points.
closer, yeah, or like,
yeah.
and then therefore a closer shootout like type game. But it is what it is. We don't get what we want a
That's
lot of
okay.
times, especially when we bet.
You can't put your
Oh,
feelings into betting here because then you're just prejudiced or you're biased.
uh, I think I think I'm getting the gist of what happened with Robbie there.
This is what I'm
Why?
telling you.
Yeah,
This,
Yeah,
this is
yeah,
what I'm gonna turn this
yeah,
podcast into a sorrow cast.
yeah.
Robbie Robbie betted that there's going to be a combined total 100 points scored,
You
and
definitely bet the over. You bet the over.
he didn't get the over, so he's like, "Screw this game, man. These guys are terrible." All his feelings just come out from the betting. It's like,
It does. It does. It's unfortunate. What can we do? Just
yeah,
Well,
carry on.
Chiefs are 2-0.
Yep.
So
that's
Chiefs are 2-0.
I
Let's
wonder when
move.
Juju Smith-Schuster is gonna get it together though.
who
He
knows.
still hasn't done much. And this
I
is a
don't
couple
expect him
weeks, but
Yeah, it's basically Mahomes with everybody in his backpack carrying that team. That's
Mm-hmm.
all.
I mean, he just needs decent wide receivers. That's why. That's what it is. So like, that's how I look at it when it comes to Mahomes. Like he's that talented that as long as he has like decent guys that catch the ball. I've seen him done throw so many big and have so many big plays to McCall Hartman and some of these other guys on the team. Besides like I mean, obviously Tyreek Hill is real. Like look at what he did this last week too. I'm sure we're gonna talk
But
about
he
that.
has decent receivers. They're not bad guys.
Yeah.
I would still say
Juju used
average
to
or at
be
least
so good though, man. Like you know what I mean? Like I
Yeah,
just
how
like
did
like
how
he's
did
so
he
much
fall off?
lesser than what he
Yeah,
used to be,
he just
is what
got
I'm saying.
lazy. The
he's
work
like
ethic isn't there.
he's like their version of Kenny Galladay.
Oh,
Like,
please.
Kenny Galladay's not there yet. I'm not a Giants fan, but I'm only hoping he gets it together
no, I mean
too. Yeah.
Galladay used to be a big time receiver
Yeah,
with
no,
the
in Detroit.
No,
Yeah.
Detroit.
no.
Now all of a
Galladay
sudden,
was just a good receiver on a bad
But
team.
maybe
okay,
but maybe that's where quarterbacks really matter. I mean, at the end of
yeah,
the day, he had
Yes.
Stafford throw it to him.
Yeah. Stafford was
Um
elite. Still is.
and Stafford, if anything, needs somebody to try and replace Calvin Johnson,
For
which
real.
was, short lived, unfortunately.
That guy was monstrous.
Yeah, he was. He was one of my favorite players, man.
So, what do you guys think about that? They only played Kenny Galladay in like 2 snaps. The
Because
Giants did.
Really?
he's
Yeah,
terrible. Honestly, he's terrible. And I know you're a Giants fan, Proc, right?
yeah.
And I'm a Cowboys fan, and you probably think this is a lot of hate, but I'm gonna be
Mm.
honest. I think the Cowboys front office, not the Cowboys, because I mean they're terrible too, but I think the Giants front office is terrible, right? Because you have Tony, you didn't play Tony, you didn't play Galladay, who you spent a lot of money on, who I was originally
I
telling
think Tony
Giants
was
fans,
hurt, bro.
but no, I think he got hurt.
Tony
No,
was hurt, my man.
no, Tony wasn't hurt because I had him. They only
This
played
is
him like
second week he was hurt, if I'm not
Yeah,
mistaken.
I think you're right. I think he was out.
So just want
Yeah,
to make sure
were
you
you?
know.
Because
yeah.
I had him on my fantasy team, and they
And you
just
played him, and you got a donut.
no, I didn't play him. They
Oh,
sat him.
okay. Okay, yeah, no, I don't think they sat him. I think he was just hurt. Like I believe he was, like like he was listed out before the game.
No,
Well,
they
I
said
mean,
no. He was
I could be
playing.
wrong.
Yeah, he was active for game 2. They just only lined him up for like 3 snaps, and then that was it. They sat him out.
Are we talking about Golly? Or are we talking about Tony?
yeah.
Tony.
All right,
Yeah, he
so
got the start, and then
Go
they
ahead,
just
yeah, check that.
I'll tell you right now just to be sure. Let me just pull it up. But I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't have him on any of my fantasy teams, but like I remember seeing some update for that, at least for this week when
yeah. No, I'm not doubting you. I just remember
yeah.
like
But let me just. I mean, we just want to be sure before we we criticize that they don't play Tony. If he couldn't play, then he couldn't play, right? Let me just see here. Hold on. I just want to check. He was. Oh yeah, he did play. There was
yeah,
2 or 3 targets though for 0 yards. So he
yeah,
had 3. He got 3 targets. I don't know what the percentages was in terms of
And check
snaps though.
check
yeah. I don't.
if they did play Kenny Galladay.
Kenny
I know
Galladay,
he
I'll
played
check right now.
what
Hold
his
on, yeah.
targets were, if any, because I knew he only had like 2 snaps.
I'll tell you right now.
Yeah,
Hold on.
Yeah,
he didn't get much either.
yeah.
Cause see, what the Giants front office is doing is just. I think it's good because they're always playing Sterling Shepard, and they're like,
Well, see, I was just gonna mention that. Well, see, this is the thing. You got to remember, Sterling Shepard is like the veteran guy, though. Like, and he's
mm-hmm,
played with like Daniel Jones and stuff. Technically, he was supposed to be, even before some of these other wide receivers came into the fold,
he's
and
supposed to be
before
number
he got
1.
hurt, he was technically at least supposed to be like a wide receiver 2 on that team. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like the
Yeah.
second guy on the
hmm
team, at least. So, but yeah, you're right, Proc. It says here, at least in the update, that at least the last update for week 2, at least it says that he played just 2 snaps
Right.
in that game, Galladay.
And I don't understand why. Maybe the guys aren't a fit
I
that you
mean,
want.
Well,
Giants won, right?
what the head coach said was he wasn't a fit for them this week
Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
on
nonsense to
offense.
me.
That's what they
Galladay
Gable said.
should be
Yeah,
like a deep threat, especially for his
Yeah.
size. So either he's not working on himself like Galladay, maybe he ended up being a wasted contract, which is possible. It's possible. Some guys
I
don't.
also
You know,
I also don't think Galladay's a number 1, but You still brought him
Yeah.
in. It's
I
what you
mean,
have.
they brought him in as one, and obviously, like I said, we all said like what he did the season before they brought him in was damn near one material. It was
Yeah,
just that it was just on a different team. So just like anyone else, they'll think they're pulling a free agent away that could easily help their team. I
correct.
thought he was going to be great over here,
Mm.
still. So it is unfortunate, honestly.
Yeah.
Like it hurts me to
But the
see.
thing is, it could be again. There could be conflict with the players and the coaching. I don't think it's the coaching, right? I think the coach that they got, because they took this guy from the Bills. The guy's amazing. I think he's a brilliant head
Sills,
coach. Sills
who you
is his
said?
name? Sills? Oh, sorry. I think yeah, no,
Dable,
it
Brian
should be
Dable, yeah. Is
because
the
they took
coach
him
you're
away
talking
from
about?
the Bills. I think. What's his
Yeah,
Oh,
the
the
name?
Bills, yeah.
Bills. Okay, no,
Yeah,
yes, I
the
was trying to
Bills.
make
Oh,
sure I heard you properly. I thought you were talking about another wideout. My bad.
No, 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 no. I'm talking about the head coach, Brian
Yeah.
DeBall. I think his name is.
Okay.
yeah.
Guy's brilliant. He's great at offense. He's working with what he got. Maybe I don't know if there's conflict with him and the players or the GM and the players. I don't know. Yes, they won and they're heading in the right direction. You beat two bad teams, which you should have did if you want to be a contending team.
Can't say they should have did because I remember at least hitting here and they were underdogs. So essentially
Against Panthers,
they were underdogs.
listen,
Like, which is weird. I didn't think they would be either, which is so weird. But at some
yeah.
point they were.
I mean,
So like
yeah.
it's I don't know, like the Giants, like me personally, at least when it comes to the Giants, I mean, yeah, they won these first two games. If they feel like this is what they got to do when it comes to their wideouts, then I mean, I can't, it's hard to argue just that it's not necessarily a good thing because they've been
Because
winning.
they're winning, right?
Yeah, and then and the main thing they just need to do is just really get their man Barkley like really going. That's all, because Barkley is really it, and
Yeah.
and then Jones will open up more that way, obviously. So, like, I don't know, I'm still optimistic about them, to be honest. Let's transition to the Jets though.
Oh
Oh,
man,
Yeah,
comeback win over the
that was
Browns.
no, now I got some life in me because I just see my team do some wild stuff this week. Like, they were down 14.
Mhm.
I mean, 14 still really isn't a lot in football, but the most common situational mind's gonna say, "Oh, it's over," and then they recovered an onside kick,
yeah.
and
Yes.
like they scored, recovered onside kick, scored again, no problemo. Joe
That's
Flacco does it again.
I mean, that's
Joey Flacco.
something you never see. Teams
It's
will,
rare. It's rare. I
yeah,
mean, when I saw
onside
them
kick.
line up, and then when I saw them line up for the onside kick, one of the crazy things that I've also rarely seen was them kick it the other way. Like, he lined up to go kick to the right, and he then kicked it to the left. It was pretty
Yeah.
gangster. Yeah, like, so well done. Can we give the Jets a shout?
Good
Robert
job
Saleh.
to
Yeah.
the
Of
Jets on
course.
not being mediocre.
If the Jets can finish 2-2 without Zach, well, actually, Zach Wilson might come back in week 4. So if the Jets can finish even 1-2
Yeah, but you're still not going to the
before Zach
playoffs.
Wilson comes back, we are in good shape.
You're not going to the playoffs. It's not happening.
I'm not too worried about the playoffs, but
Not
Well,
especially
it's
not
a
that.
good
my
improvement.
team's gonna be
Yeah.
competing this year. I'm telling you, even though they're missing a couple players, they're gonna compete. It's gonna be good.
I think the one thing I would want to see the Jets is, like, those games that they flex late in the season. I'd love to see the Jets have a Sunday night game.
Yeah, nah. I
Or
mean,
maybe like steal.
Yeah.
Listen, that division is
I
gonna
mean, I
be.
personally think the Jets could be really entertained this year. Like, I don't know if you really watch that game, but we got some wideouts, man. Especially we got
Well,
like
no, I mean, like,
you
I'd
know
love to see the Jets get at like a
Garrett
national.
Wilson. Garrett Wilson looks like pretty
Oh yeah,
exciting.
Yeah,
he does.
spoken
Yeah,
like a
that's
true Jets fan.
I
no. I'll
mean,
give it. I'll
I
give
know
you
you
that.
haven't seen it, my
Yeah.
man. You should watch.
I
Then
don't. No,
you
I don't. I
know.
don't. I watched it, but you see, I do the same thing with my team. I try to be realistic, right?
Well, what's unrealistic about Garrett Wilson being a top option
No,
on
no,
that
no. There's
team?
nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with that. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with that. It's just.
So what's unrealistic?
It's just. You
The-
think they're gonna do some crazy things? Maybe they
I
do.
didn't say that. I just said they were gonna compete. What's unrealistic about that?
No, every team's gonna compete. Every team's gonna compete.
Nah, what I mean is like they're actually just like how they weren't gonna or weren't expected to win the game, and they won the game in a crazy fashion too.
That's true. That is
what I'm
true.
saying is they're gonna give every team their like real I'll say a good level of competition. Not
A
every
good
team can necessarily
competition.
do that. Yeah, so like even like teams, on the bare bottom, even Houston. Obviously, Houston's surprising us thus far. I would only hope that they're
Yeah, plus,
surprising you because they're surprising me.
yeah,
But
well,
like
Houston's got nothing to lose, so they're just throwing everything out there.
Houston's got what you said?
Houston's got nothing to lose.
Doesn't everybody kind of have nothing to lose? Who has what to lose?
If you're a top tier team and you lose to a lower team, then you kind of like you start to get a little bit worried. If you're a lower team, like no one expected the Texans to do this. You're gonna come in and be like, bro, we're going guns a blazing. We're just gonna figure out because they don't have any weapons anywhere that you would know of, which is good.
Brandon Cooks is known.
Yeah, but who's throwing to him? Mills, right?
Yeah.
And it's gonna come to a point because it's early, right?
Mhm.
So the overreactions and everything's gonna start when these teams start to get tapes and they start to see they break down
Oh,
they
I'm not
break
saying
down
Houston's still going to be good. Even if they're whatever
yeah
at now, they're still going to be a bottom of the league team.
yeah
But what
absolutely
I'm saying is, I won't say that about the Jets, and I'm not just saying that about a Jet as a Jets fan. It's just the Jets do have a
I
pretty
think
decent squad.
I
They
think
just
that
need to have like a healthy squad, just like any
yeah
team.
I think they're gonna fly under the radar. Not that that's a bad thing. I think it's gonna happen exactly what you said. They're gonna fight, right? They're gonna
So now
fight
you
every
agree.
team. Yeah, no, I agree with you.
All
I
right.
just
So I changed your mind. Okay. All right. Just want to make sure. All
I
right.
just don't get overzealous. I just don't like
No,
go even about my own team. When we came
it's
into
not
the
about, it's
season,
not, no one's overzealous. But we could be overzealous about something that rarely happens. When was the last time you see a team on recover an onside kick?
I think one happened last year. I think a couple
Wait,
happened
who's your
last
team?
year.
I don't even know. I forget.
The Cowboys.
Oh yeah, you did mention that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember when was the last time the Jets did that. Can you
It's
agree?
a good thing. It's a
Yeah,
good thing.
like that's something to definitely be excited
Yeah.
about. To see
You
your team
gotta
pull that off.
you gotta play the
You know,
probabilities. So yeah, I mean it was good. It was good to see the competition, right? It was good to see them fight and not that's one thing I enjoy this week. That teams didn't just give in. Like, oh, we're down. All right, well. No, fight. You have the chance to win. Fight. Fight back.
yeah, for sure. I mean, personally, I always remember even obviously when Eli came back against Tom, and then like all my friends that were like watching the game with me, everyone was at my crib. I'll never forget it though. But we were all watching it, and most of them were like Giants fans. I wasn't a hardcore Giants fan, but even I knew there was enough time, man. Like there's plenty of time. Like I
Yeah.
wouldn't even say when you're down 21. I mean, as long as you're not, I don't know, as long as there's not like maybe 5 minutes left. I think even if you have like 8 minutes, you really make it happen, especially
Yeah.
on defense. You have a chance.
You have a chance. You always have a
Yeah,
chance.
always have a
Gotta
chance.
you gotta want it.
Yep.
Well, let's some transition from. So the Jets had a great comeback, but who had a better comeback than Miami?
Oh yeah, for sure. We're talking
I
comebacks. Yeah, no,
mean,
that was stupendous, man.
I
And
think that is
I
yeah.
had
I
two in one league. That was beautiful. 50
I
something
was checking.
points. Beautiful.
I'm checking his yardage right now. His passing yards.
He
Tua threw
killed.
for 469 yards.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
killed. He
For
killed.
someone
Mhm.
who's not known to let it loose, he
Yeah.
was going all out.
Well, I don't know if you remember, but I'm only hoping I mentioned this. I would only hope I mentioned this the last podcast. If we talked about like this game before, I don't know if we did, honestly. But like Tua balled the last time he got to play against Baltimore, and it was even before he had Tyreek Hill.
Oh yeah.
Like so he balled that game. And Baltimore secondary truly really isn't that good. So like
Garbage, yeah.
yeah, so I mean, I don't know how garbage, but they're definitely not that good. So at the end of the day, like if they're even top, like even if they're bottom 10, then that's good enough for him to like do something.
Yeah, like
Especially Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill just looked like he was playing with Mahomes, bro.
yeah,
If you're
190,
So
190 receiving yards for Tyreek Hill.
so that's what I'm saying. So like and just look how big and look how much that makes an impact on my boy Waddle.
yeah.
I got him in two leagues. Waddle's holding me down
Mhm.
lovely.
if
Like
you
Waddle is, oh
if you're the number 3 receiver on that team, you're enjoying life because you can see so many open targets because no one is worried about you. Everybody's trying to double Waddell and everybody's trying to double Tyreek. It's like pick your poison.
I mean, it makes you wonder what's going on in their tight end situation because
Gesicki?
yeah, he's actually he's a decent player, but he's like
he scored. I think he scored last game.
Yeah, he
yeah.
scored and he did his
Oh yeah,
very
the yes he
bad
did.
kitty.
Yeah, to get it. Yes, I remember. All right. So I mean, was that you guys think that was the game of the week?
I think that was the game of the week.
Game of the week?
I think coming back from what was it, 28-3. That's just insanity.
I mean, I wish I saw the whole game. I saw. I mean, I heard them coming back, or I heard of them coming back, and then like I guess like I think like right after the Jets game was over, then they showed like the end of that one. So I only saw like the end, but it was still full
Oh,
of excitement. I don't know. I don't know if I can necessarily call it the game of the week, but I would say it's definitely the finish of the week.
I also
finish of the
think
week, yeah. Finish of the week, okay.
Yeah.
I also think this is like more nails to the coffin in Lamar Jackson leaving, because what more do you want me to do? I literally put up 42 points, not 42, 38. Sorry, I put up
Yeah.
38 points, and we can't win. Like, I'm throwing to
Mhm.
everybody. I'm running. I'm doing everything.
And he ran for 119. He was the
Yeah,
leading rusher. He was the leading rusher in the game.
yeah. I put it all out there, and we still lose. And this is not the first time. I'm sure in previous seasons, didn't this happen in a playoff game? I'm sorry. Like, I usually am on my stats, but in one of the playoffs games, same thing. They went all out and lost, heartbreaking fashion. Like, how much of this is he going to be willing to take and just resign? I don't think it's about the money anymore. I think he wants to go somewhere where he can actually win.
Yeah, no,
I
I
mean,
can definitely see it. At the end of the
yeah.
day, like I'll always even just revert back to the whiteouts, and then like he I think one of those whiteouts that had a bust out game the game before or whatever, Duvernay, he got hurt.
Yeah,
I think it was concussion, like and I just
he got
say
a
that
concussion.
because it's like if it was just concussion, then he could probably be back for next week, but like that still hurts. So
Yeah,
like it's just I don't know. I'm not sure what's gonna happen with him. At least I don't know if we talk about it like that. I'm not sure how
because
he's looking at, but that's definitely got to be like heart wrenching. But again,
yeah,
just the first two games, so we'll see
but,
how the rest of the season goes for him.
but I don't think he's just looking at the first two games, right? Like, the Baltimore Ravens have not drafted well. They have not shored up the offensive line. They've not brought in a running back. They've not brought in good wide receivers. Yes, you drafted Marquise Brown. He was decent. That's it. You haven't drafted any good.
Or he's not there no more too.
Yeah, exactly. You haven't. Mark Andrews, I'll give you. Cool. You haven't
But
drafted
he's their
any.
best option.
Exactly. You don't have any good secondary. No linebackers there anymore. You have no defensive ends. No
That's
defensive
the thing.
tackles.
Like when I think about the Baltimore Ravens, I never thought about an offense.
Right.
Well, yeah, they always
You
used to have a
never think about
strong
yeah. It
defense.
was always their
So
defense. Now their defense is just
even after Ray Lewis, they kept a strong
yeah.
defense.
But you have, that's what I'm saying. You have been drafting for so long. You haven't brought in anybody to like replace anything that you've lost. Like, they've done a terrible job of bringing in talent from the draft.
Word. So what teams could he go to then? He could probably be great in any.
But he could literally go anywhere and win.
No, I don't know about anywhere. Houston, he'll probably still be losing.
Houston is winning without him. Imagine if they had him. Imagine.
I'm
I
looking at
mean,
teams that he can maybe go to.
how about Indianapolis?
I was
I mean,
just
that's why I
thinking that.
mentioned. I just said that. I mean,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what I'm saying. Like instead of Matt Ryan, I think he'll be good
Yeah.
there. But I don't know where else. I'm looking.
he could go to the Panthers
Oh shit.
again.
Oh, sorry. I don't know if I can say
Yeah.
that. But he could maybe go to Detroit. Goff has been doing alright, but he's obviously better than Goff.
But I think that would
Um,
affect their dynamic. I feel they need like a pass first. Not that Lamar isn't. I feel Lamar is just
So let
dynamic.
me
yeah.
okay. So let's quick game here. Let me run through all the teams,
Oh yeah.
and
Oh,
you guys can say yes or no. So
but you
Chargers.
have to go
No,
Okay,
ahead.
we have
no.
Herbert.
Yeah,
Chiefs, no.
you
That's what I'm
can't
saying. We
pick
can't run
teams.
through all the
Yeah.
teams though. That's what we gotta look at certain ones.
Yeah, you can't
Like
run through all the teams because some of them
they
No,
have
got,
a
yeah, they got their guy.
just a simple yes or no. Yes is okay.
Fine. Okay.
Okay. The
uh
Jets.
no.
No.
Okay. Okay.
Same thing. He would ruin their dynamic. They do not need.
Yeah, I'd rather Jack Wilson.
Okay,
Yeah.
Cleveland. No, they just got Deshaun, so no
I
for
mean, I
them.
don't know. I mean, maybe that's Deshaun doesn't work out. Who knows?
Okay,
I
so
would
maybe
say I would say the Falcons. He could go and like walk in Michael Vick footstep. They
Yeah,
have
I
they have
agree.
a
what about
solid.
Because
Washington? About Washington?
No, no. Washington. I don't think Ron
RG3
Rivera.
reborn.
Yeah, I don't think Ron Rivera is good with mobile quarterbacks. I think he's a great quarterback, not quarterback coach. I don't think he's able to get the full
Okay.
capacity out of
What
them.
about this storyline? Tom Brady retires.
And he goes,
He goes to Tampa Bay.
I don't think they have the money for that. It's wishful thinking.
I mean, that'd be a
Possibility
good
there.
place though,
Yeah.
if you could, obviously.
I don't
I
know.
really feel like the Falcons is the place to go. I wouldn't be surprised if he goes there. They have
Seattle. Well, he can go to Seattle and revive DK Metcalf
he could
Hmm.
he could.
What about
I
what else you
and
go?
Tyler Lockett.
Well, Carolina, their third quarterback in 3
Oh
years.
yeah, word. Yeah,
That could
he's
be.
better
yeah
than Baker Mayfield. That's for sure.
Mhm.
yeah. They have no
That's
receivers either. Baker Mayfield's throwing to like the cheerleaders.
DJ Moore's not bad, and neither is Robbie Anderson.
Robbie Anderson is terrible.
Baker Mayfield sucks. Nah, Robbie
okay.
Anderson's not terrible,
What
bro.
about what
Robbie
about this?
Anderson.
What about this storyline? Pittsburgh.
Oh yeah.
I
Word.
think they have their
That's
Winning the
quarterback
team.
already.
Who? Oh, that
The
guy. Yeah, I forgot.
oh
yeah.
Kenny Pickett. Yeah,
Yeah.
Kenny
How am I
Pickett. Let's see
forgetting? Yeah.
who else is here. Okay, we mentioned. Okay, Jacksonville. No.
San Francisco.
Oh
No,
yeah.
they got Jimmy G. They're gonna open up
You
that
know they're
offense
not
again.
invested in Jimmy G. They're just gonna use it for another year. And even if they go to the the finals, even if they go to the Super Bowl with him too, they still won't invest in
They
him.
will let him go, yeah. But
Yeah.
if Lamar goes there, that will be a difficult run team to stop because they are already
Yeah, no, that'd be sick because everybody can
Mhm.
run. Like he can run, Debo Samuel can run, IU can run, their running backs can run.
yeah.
So like
Yeah, that
so
will just be
everybody can run.
insanity. George
Yeah,
Kittle, who hasn't even played yet, could run. It'll be wild.
yeah. They'll just run and then they'll make you think they're running a passer real quick.
Yeah, their O line is ridiculous.
See who's
Can't
left.
lie, I think San
Who haven't
Francisco
we
will be cool.
mentioned? Who haven't we mentioned? Let's see.
I don't think.
I
How
think we
about
mentioned all
how
the
about
worthy ones.
wait?
Everyone else got their guy.
How
Like
about
I said,
Dallas, Dinesh? How about
I
Dallas?
no,
Nah, you guys they
no. We
got their
got
guy,
Dak.
man.
Yeah,
Yeah, they got their guy.
even though I'm losing faith in Dak, I
Don't why
really
you gonna lose
feel
faith in Dak, man? He just got hurt. Man, it sucks that
no.
he got hurt
It's not
though.
easy because he got hurt. I feel like one. Well, we can get to the game. When we get to the game, I'll explain why.
Okay.
Let's see.
I feel like the Falcons are the team for Lamar to go to because they have a young receiving core and they have what's his name, Kyle Pitts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Yeah.
the tight end. Yeah.
I
I mean,
feel
yeah,
like
Atlanta's definitely nice too.
I feel like that would be a great team for him to go to.
Okay, let me give you the last remaining teams. Vegas.
You know.
See who else? The Bears. No.
They got what's his
Yeah,
name, Justin Fields.
they have their guy.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tennessee.
Oh yeah, we spoke about this. Him and Derrick Henry. Like
Baltimore can't trade him. I mean, obviously he's on his last unless they like trade him
Yeah.
mid-season. So, yeah, word. No, I'm just
if he goes
thinking
to
like
Tennessee, that's just going to be an all-out running team. Like they're never going to pass the ball ever.
And just remember, I'm reading off the schedule. So no to Buffalo, no to Philly.
Yeah,
What
Philly's
about
got Jalen
Minnesota?
Hurts.
What about Minnesota?
Um,
That's interesting. We traded one purple jersey for another one.
It is, but I feel like they need someone to just air it out all the time. And maybe he could go there and just change completely and not have to run as much, which I think he also wants. But I think it would.
I think he's gonna have to do that. To be honest,
Yeah, but
yeah, he's gonna have to become a passer.
yeah, I think
as
that's what
he
he's.
ages,
Yeah.
he's definitely gonna have to. He can't run. He's only gonna his running time is only reducing.
Yeah.
So I can't lie. Minnesota's kind of interesting, but the key to me is how old is Dalvin Cook. So Dalvin Cook is 27. Like he's not old. So, but running back years, he's gonna be done in probably like the next like 3 years. He didn't even do that well this last game too. Can't lie. I mean,
He's forever injured.
Yeah, he's kind of
maybe.
killing. He's kind of killing me in fantasy, man.
Yeah, you
Just
have
telling
him.
you, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have
anyone
him.
that
He's
has him
killing
right
me.
now, I'm sure he's
Yeah.
killing you because he hasn't done that great. For his week one was like okay, but he still didn't score. So, but yeah, so like I asked because Dalvin Cook is still like their workhorse, even though he only rushed 6 times this last week. So they have like a really good running back in him, and then really good wide receivers. So like yeah, like Kirk Cousins is like kind of like the perfect fit or like a quarterback like him for them. So like I'm not sure how I feel about Lamar Jackson. Unless like Cook is just no longer there, then it makes complete sense.
I also think the Colts make sense because if anyone's gonna help Lamar improve his mechanics, it's gonna be Matty Ice. I think that's something that could help. Like Matty Ice could just sit back and just mentor.
That's a good point. Definitely.
Well, let's move on from like to some of the storylines that happened in the NFL this past week. So we mentioned the Herbert injury. It's a rib cartilage injury, excuse me, I think. So it's not a broken rib. He fractured his rib cartilage.
Mm.
So I think he can play through it, but I don't
Yeah.
know how effective he's going to be. But let's talk about that fight, man, in Tampa Bay, the Tampa Bay New Orleans game.
Oh man, Marcus Lattimore is that guy is he's just annoying for no reason. And him and Mike Evans have been fighting for a long time. So I think
Yeah.
Mike Evans was fed up and like shut
I
your little.
mean, yeah, they're like division rivals, so like I'm sure they have like their banter back and forth on a regular basis, or however consistent it
Yeah.
is.
Well, look at Mike Evans says he apparently was talking about Tom Brady.
Yeah, he
A
even shoved
Lattimore,
Tom
yeah.
Brady.
Yeah, yeah. So
Mm.
Tom Brady once again at the
So he's
center of
defending
everything.
his quarterback,
I
and
I
then he
thought
gets and then he gets suspended.
I thought coming out the Saints were gonna beat them. They came, they looked good, and then they just got rattled.
I don't know. I'm looking. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm looking at the NFC,
Mhm.
and it's actually so JV right now.
Yeah,
Like,
because there's no
yeah, there's
dominant
no
team.
no team there. It's just like you're watching. If you're watching the AFC, you're watching Buffalo and Kansas City. Who do you think who in the NFC can match up to Buffalo and Kansas City right now?
No, nobody. I mean, the
Nobody.
Rams, if they get OBJ back, or if they get like Allen Robinson to finally go, but that's literally the only team. There's no team in the NFC that's going to compete. Tampa Bay is, like I said, Tampa Bay's defense is good, but they've played mediocre Dallas team. They've played a Saints team with no like QB vision. The
I'm
defense is
not
going
gonna
to take
say
advantage of that.
I'm not gonna say Winston doesn't have any QB vision. He just makes mistakes. He's not that consistent. But
But
Winston's
but
not bad. I mean, Michael Thomas is playing actually. I don't know how well Michael Thomas did this second week, but
he's doing fairly well. But I say Winston has no vision because he's been in the league 20 years and you still have no accuracy.
you still have what?
You have
Your mic was going out. Sorry.
I said he still has no accuracy. Like
Okay. Yeah, nah. I mean, been his problem.
Yeah.
He doesn't. I wouldn't say he doesn't have any accuracy. It's just that Jameis Winston is like he's like he's like a slightly lesser shade of like Brett Favre, because Brett Favre is known to be a great quarterback, but honestly, Brett Favre also like threw a lot of interceptions. So like
Yeah.
so like he was like a risky quarterback, and like James Winston's kind of like that. James Winston, especially early on, I remember because he was a high draft pick, and on Tampa he would like sling it. So
Oh,
he
was it?
would
Was
sling it where it was obviously poor decision.
I
It
believe
was
he was
like,
number
huh?
one pick. Number
Yeah, I'm
one pick.
pretty
If I'm
sure.
he's
I
number
mean,
mistaken.
one,
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, I'm pretty sure it was
Number
like
one pick.
number one overall, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I just wasn't sure. I knew he was a first
Yeah.
rounder.
Yeah.
So like, but yeah, like he slings it. Like he just doesn't. It's more like I don't know if it's necessarily a matter of accuracy. It's more of like a matter of the caring. Like if you ask me, so high interceptions or X amount of he'll have. Obviously, I'm just used to him always having about the
Yeah.
same amount of interceptions as touchdowns,
But
if
but
anything.
but that's the
You know,
thing. How are you unable to read defenses? Like why are you always having high interceptions, right? Like you I get it. He's a gunslinger,
I don't
but
think he's about reading. I think he just thinks he can get it through. You know how many
yeah,
times these guys
that
think they can get it through? That's what they think they can get it through,
that's
or
the
they just think
problem.
they could just put it up. You know,
Yeah, that's the problem.
it is. It is. I agree. No, I
Cuz
mean,
cuz it's not
Brett
like
Favre used to do it too. You know,
right. Cuz it's not like you have bums, right? You have Alvin Kamara who's not being used
he.
efficiently.
I don't think he played last week though. That one I'm sure about.
I think he got injured or something, right?
Yeah. He
Or
didn't play
That one
last
he
week.
didn't get
No.
injured. He
No.
didn't play.
okay. But
Yeah,
you have Michael Thomas, you have Jarvis Landry. I don't know who the third string is, but you got guys who can get open and catch the ball. It's just the thing I notice is it's where you place the ball. If you're constantly behind the receiver, you're constantly like overthrowing him. You got to work on that. Those are basic mechanics you got to get as a quarterback in the NFL.
they chose to invest in him. I mean, Jameis Winston's always had moments where he's played good. So like they just saw that and
I think
they ran with it. You
that's why
know,
Sean Payton
I.
retired.
I mean, Are you really? I mean, the other team, Tampa Bay, you're really impressed with them?
No,
You're not
no,
impressed at all, right? I'm not impressed
no.
with them. They're
I
two
said
and
week
zero, but it's
one.
like,
Yeah.
yeah.
I said they're a mediocre team.
So they put up 19 on Dallas and 20 on New Orleans.
On the Saints,
Yeah.
and neither have. Well, the Saints have a better defense. I'll say that. Our defense is playing good, but I'm waiting for the game we get exposed.
Uh, it's Monday night, baby. The Giants do it. Don't worry. Some trash talk here. Okay. I mean, what other game? I'm trying to see. What other? Oh, of course. Well, we have to talk about the Cowboys. Alluding to the
I mean, we don't
Cowboys.
have to. If you want me to just give you a quick
No, I mean,
rundown,
I really, I kind of want to talk about the Bengals actually. Like 0-2 Bengals.
I'm not
You
surprised.
know,
I'm not surprised.
you
I
think it's
say
like a Super Bowl hangover? Like, what's going on with them?
no. Their offensive line is still terrible. It was Joe Burrow carrying them the entire season last season, and they tried to fix the offensive line, and it's just been terrible. Joe Burrow can't get sacked like six times a game. That's nonsense. You're not gonna win.
I mean,
Yeah, no,
that was
definitely.
they supposedly fixed their offensive line,
They did it.
and he's been sacked 13 times through two games.
Yeah.
That was a lie.
No, it's true.
No,
No, I mean like yeah, in terms of fixing the
Oh,
offensive
in
line.
fact,
offensive. Oh,
yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah, yeah. You know.
yeah. It was
I was
nonsense.
like, I have the
Uh,
number right in front of me, man. What are you going?
uh,
Yeah,
and the lie
and
determined to text, that was a lie. But
because
No.
yeah, like it's I mean it's sad though at the end of the day because yeah, look, I mean, but at the same time you also have to like kind of give credit because they went all the way to the Super Bowl last year with the same, it's kind of poor protection. So it's like
yeah,
it's almost like Joe Burrow. At least you know he can give you big plays and or get certain things done. But yeah, no, you can't obviously can't keep allowing that to happen to him. So,
right,
at the end of the day, it's just still gonna end up being a detriment. Like you can't really work around it because there's gonna be times where you need crucial plays to get, I guess to either get yards or just get it done so you can win games. And it's obviously not gonna work in your favor. You're just gonna end up getting, sacked and or losing yards, just making it worse. It's just
right.
always happening. Or obviously you can end up getting hurt again because he did get hurt. Let's not forget that part.
Yeah.
There was one time where he definitely got hurt. I think. Well, did he get hurt in his rookie year when he
Yeah, his
got
rookie.
sacked?
Yeah, his
Mm-hmm.
Was
rookie
he
year. Yeah,
sacked? That's what I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah,
he got sacked. That's what I'm saying. So
yeah.
like, are we forgetting that? So that I mean, I kind of forgot it. Did they forget though? Like the
It's
organization. So
it
like
seems
so,
so
you know,
because
like
it's
so.
because if I was them, I'm drafting an offensive line me every round of the draft. We don't need anything else. Our defense is mediocre. It's somewhat above average, but we have three amazing receivers. You have Boyd, you have Higgins, you have Chase, you have Mixon and Pirine. They're both solid. All I need is just make sure Joe doesn't get hurt. That's it.
Yeah. No, definitely gotta protect him. So
And I kind of feel they should have won this game because the other team's got a backup quarterback in there.
Well, well, here's the thing. I feel like they should have won it also because I got pissed at my team. We came out and we let loose, which is what I've been wanting them to do. Let loose. You have nothing to lose, right? And they did. The first two quarters, you could see they were just throwing all types of things. And then the third quarter came, and then they just started to play safe. And I'm like, why are you doing this? Why are you slowing it down? You're not running it as efficiently. You're not throwing it, airing it out. You're just playing very one dimensional, very basic plays. And that's what I get upset with Kellen Moore and the coaching because they know what you're gonna do. You become predictable. The first quarter, you got 14 points because or 20 points because you was just shooting. You were letting it lose with whoever.
I mean, looking at this Cowboy team now, actually, you still. I think they're a playoff team.
I don't think so.
The reason I say so is because I kind of feel anybody is a playoff team is in the NFC. That's how bad I think it is.
You're
I
right.
mean, anybody. So I'm not really. I wouldn't really count the Cowboys out.
yeah, I definitely don't
Yeah,
count them out.
yeah.
I would
I
I wouldn't do that.
I don't count them out. I just think there's at least six teams that are better than the Cowboys right now. And I mean, if that comes back and we have a good record, then maybe yes, we can go. I just don't think our offense is created well enough to throw defensive off, because you can see on, well, I watch the games religiously. You can tell the defense knows what's coming. They know when it's a run. They know when it's in a pass. And it's not like the receivers don't get space. They do, but then Dak underthrows, or he doesn't hit the back shoulder, or hit him in stride. It So many things cause this team to just be bad. I hate it. I hate watching it, honestly.
Two, two more games that I want to talk about. I mean, on this from the Sunday schedule before I get to what I really want to talk with you guys about. I mean, can Indianapolis win a game, man? Like,
No,
come on, guys. What, like, how do you get shut out to the Jaguars?
Yeah, I didn't
I mean,
understand it.
the
that was
Jaguars
a
have an
that.
offense now.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got the arguably the best running back in all football. Okay, well, I understand he really didn't have Matt Ryan didn't have anybody to really throw to.
Yeah. What happened to
You know,
Pittman?
I think Pittman was hurt.
Yeah.
Hmm.
He was out. He didn't
Yeah, Matt
play.
Ryan. That's one thing. Matt Ryan definitely didn't have
Yeah.
anyone to throw to this game. Like I think the best receiver was like Doolin and someone else. Pierce, the other guy, Pierce was out too.
Yeah, that makes a
Yeah,
big
so he didn't
difference.
have anyone. But even still, they still had Jonathan Taylor. And now,
Yes.
granted, Jacksonville now has more focus. They're like, all right, we can just focus on Jonathan Taylor. Focus on Jonathan Taylor. But
Yeah.
even still, like you still got to find ways to get a couple other guys involved, so it opens up for him. You have Jonathan Taylor, but I mean, kudos to Jacksonville. We got to give them some props.
Yeah.
Like I would say I would give Jacksonville props here versus giving.
Listen,
Like we already saw the Colts be disappointing week one. I mean, it did hurt to see it again against another favorable matchup, but now
What's
we
sad?
just now we just kind of know that maybe they do suck.
And these are the two teams
you know,
that.
like
you're right.
Yeah.
like
Well, I mean, those are the two teams, the Texans and the Jaguars, that they have to beat in their division.
yeah. So
You know.
and they're already behind basically
Yeah.
in their division now, behind those two teams. So like,
Yeah. But
yikes.
it's exactly what you said. You have to give Jaguars the credit. They are on
Hmm.
the up and up. Christian Kirk
Yeah.
has made a lot of difference because Trevor Lawrence has someone to throw to now.
Yeah, for real. I mean, yeah, word. I mean, he is there. He is better than. I'm trying to think. Who did Trevor Lawrence have
No
last
one.
year?
What did he have? Like Chark.
He had
And,
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
Chark,
Shark. Yeah.
and there was one other guy. I
uh,
feel. Oh yeah, Shanot, because they don't have him no more. He was a drafted wide receiver like a year or two ago.
yeah. What
Like
happened to him?
he's just on another team. I just forget what team, but he's not. He's just not on Jacksonville anymore.
Yeah. That
Yeah.
and their run game. James Robinson came back, and the guy looks like a bat out of hell. He's just running over everybody.
James Robinson's always been good, man. I ain't gonna
Yeah.
lie. Like when they were talking about him and the other running back that they drafted too, like got hurt last year, Travis,
Etienne.
Etienne,
Travis
whatever.
Etienne.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, however you pronounce it. But I remember they talking about how they favored him. I was like, man, I don't know how they forgetting about James Robinson, man. James Robinson has been solid,
Mm-hmm.
been solid.
So, moving on, the last Sunday game that I really want to talk about. I know Denver won, but
Oh God.
I mean, they
I'm
didn't
glad
really
you
look
brought this up because
impressive. Didn't look impressive at all.
Mm-hmm.
They were just won. They won by 7-69 over Houston, a
yeah,
team that's 0-1-1 now.
they need to get
So
their coaching in order because their offense it's booty. Honestly,
If Houston wins this week, I'm gonna make a wish.
I
because they just look all sorts of
I mean, have
discombobulated.
we ever seen a team that's won and one? I don't know. Like in the first three games of the season, like make a wish.
and and look, I mean, a lot of people have Denver going at least to the championship game,
Yeah,
or winning the West, so at least something like that. A lot of people predicted Denver to win, and they haven't looked. They have. I hopefully it's just because they're not gelling yet,
yeah, I think that's it.
or
I wouldn't count them out yet.
I wouldn't either. They are having a little bit of problems in their offense because Russell Wilson. If you ask me, like Russell Wilson is aging. Let's not forget that. I'm not saying he's like
yeah,
old yet, but he is aging. So he's probably like he's probably not. Just like we were talking about Lamar Jackson. Like he's probably gonna run less. He's gonna have to throw a little more. And I know he's not gonna have a problem. I've seen him throw a lot, but then if he has like if he's missing like a couple guys he's probably been practicing with, then that I think that will always make a difference. And then you just gotta give him a little time. I think
because
like to just
Judy
like figure it out. Judy, yeah, because Judy
Yeah,
got hurt.
Judy
Judy got
got
injured.
hurt,
Yeah.
and
Mhm.
they
Judy got
did.
hurt, and then Patrick, whatever I mentioned before,
Yeah,
like
he
on the
was
on
Tim
the
injured.
Patrick.
cast. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's still decent, wide out for them. So now he just really has Sutton and whoever else is there. So, you
which
know,
is yeah, they're not creating a lot of separation. And then again,
yeah,
what that creates is you put 8 in the box and you load up against guys like Jamal Williams and Melvin
yep, yep,
Gordon, and but once they get that separation, it's gonna be hard to cover them as well. And I think they'll jet
mm,
a lot better then.
yeah, yeah. And who
Well, I
knows?
mean,
Maybe teams like that, especially when they drop like two wideouts, depending on how long Judy's out, they probably might end up making a move and go getting somebody.
Mm.
Just
they want
possible.
Kenny Galladay. I think they can get him.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think so too.
watch him become amazing there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, so a little recap of the Sunday games. I want to talk. What I really wanted to talk to you guys about is the Monday night game. So you had Tennessee at Buffalo and Minnesota at Philly. So on paper, two good games ended up being two blowouts.
Yeah,
Mm.
What, for the life of me, I couldn't understand is why ESPN put these two games on almost at the same time.
they just want to make money, man.
Well, one game
Honestly,
was on ESPN, the other one on ABC, but ABC owns ESPN.
Mm.
So I like I like to me, it's always like okay, it's a standalone game, right?
yeah.
Like Sunday, Thursday night game, the Sunday night game, and now Monday night are the standalone games, right? Should the NFL have stepped in and said, "Hey, if this is a standalone game,
But what if they're the
you
ones who just set it up that way?
Yeah, because I'm saying like I'm trying to think like I mean I don't know how that necessarily goes, but I only assume there's some
Because
agreements there, like
you know what could be happening. Um, I think a lot of people may be moving away from traditional TV, cable TV, so they
to
probably put
double
a
up on the ratings,
yeah,
baby.
yeah. So a lot of people probably have ESPN as a streaming service, and they're like, "Well, we're gonna put one here," and you pick whichever one you want. The people who have TV can watch this one, or they can watch both. And then if you have ESPN, hey, here's a treat for you. Which I think this was just nonsense, honestly, because it you weren't able to enjoy one game as much as you enjoyed the
exactly yes." And that's what my point is.
yeah. I think it's
Was
also an
not yeah
experiment. Maybe they don't do this ever again. Hopefully not. ESPN marketing, if you're listening, don't do this ever again.
yeah. Also, put us on your network. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, no, yeah. I wanna I
Yeah,
wanna fight with Stephen A. Smith.
yeah. Oh, I think
I have
I
some
think
We
thoughts
all
for him.
do.
we
I
all
definitely
Yeah.
do. I definitely do.
Yeah,
Mm,
like
hate that guy.
watching the games, and Buffalo blows out Tennessee 41-7. Josh Allen has a big game, uh, and then really, really just disappointed with the Vikings because the Vikings always
Yes.
do this to me.
Yeah.
In their game against Philly, but I think we saw something else. Like so, mentioning earlier about you know anybody what we think about the NFC. Has Philly? Do you think Philly's risen to the top and say they're like the cream? What is it, the creme de la creme?
I don't want to crown them yet. I want to, right? I don't believe in their defense. I don't believe in their defense yet. I don't know how they did this to the Vikings, but it's also the Vikings. They just lose because they feel like losing, or they win because they feel like losing.
Dude, they do it to me. I always put so much high hopes on the Vikings every year because they have talent at every single position. They've got the big
Correct.
running back. They've got Thielen is their number two.
Yeah. Because there's
You
nothing
know,
special about
yeah,
Philly's defense. Their secondary is somewhat solid, I will admit. And they have like what Brockers up front or whatever. But I don't think they would have held so much talent to 7 points. Right? They let the
yeah,
Lions run up what 20 something on them.
35 points.
35. Yeah, come
Yeah,
on. You have a way better offense than the Lions. Again, Lions are on the up and up. I love how they look. They're functioning well. They could be a surprise team, which I'm hoping. But the Vikings, come on.
yeah. Like what we're saying, I think any one of these teams, like anybody in the NFC, I'm at the point now after 2 weeks where I wouldn't be shocked if any team from the NFC any team made the playoffs.
You,
I don't really look and say that these seven are the best teams,
yeah.
because I don't know. The Rams didn't look good against a team they may see in the Super Bowl if they got back there.
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay doesn't look good. Green Bay,
Yeah.
looked terrible against Minnesota, but kind of
They own
Aaron
the
Rodgers.
Bears.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers got his medicine.
Yeah. But again, I wouldn't bet on Aaron Rodgers. I think he doesn't really. Yes, he has a lot of young guys he's throwing to. I also think he's just tired of fighting that front office. Like the guy's doing everything for you guys, and you keep throwing dirt on him. Like we don't care about you. You know what I mean? You give away Devonte Adams, and then you let uh the guy, what's his name, Valdez Scalding,
Yeah,
go
he went to
away.
to
Like
Kansas City.
who's he throwing to now? Nobody.
Alan Lazard.
Alan Lazar.
That's his
Yeah.
number one.
Sounds like a supervisor for a Staples. Like, come on.
Definitely
I
does.
mean, the one. Speaking of great endings, we forgot to mention this one, but Arizona and Vegas.
Oh yeah,
Kyler seemed like he ran 100 yards for that 2-point conversion.
I'm surprised they
yeah.
won,
Yeah,
but I'm also like not surprised that the Raiders play like crap. It's like they're just cursed. Like they have so many weapons. You got Waller, Renfro, Devontae Adams, and Josh Jacobs, and you still can't pull together a win. Come on.
they're like the Vikings of the AFC, really.
Yeah,
Like, to be
honestly,
honest.
because
Well,
they're
we
in a
talk
good.
about we talk about defenses. Their defense isn't that great,
Their defense
Yeah,
isn't
but
that great.
they're not. Yeah.
that's one thing. But then we got to give Kyler Murray credit too. That pass that he threw at the end in the
Oh
end
yeah,
zone.
yes,
That
yeah.
was an incredible
AJ
pass, man. Like
AJ Green.
if you watch like how that ball, like we really watched how that ball traveled, like that was an incredible pass. And like in between hands and players, and it goes up and it drops to, like, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
those are incredible ones. Like
it was
he
definitely
did an
incredible. That was
amazing
an
job
incredible
with that.
pass. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Hmm.
amazing job.
But they have no one on offense, right? Their
Right
running
now
back.
they don't.
Right now, yeah.
Yeah, their
D
running
Hop
backs
will
are
be back.
mid.
D Hop will be back in 4 weeks. That'll be before you know it.
But that's it.
Yeah.
Who else outside of D Hop? I mean, maybe he opens up the offense
Nah,
a
yeah.
lot more.
Well, okay. So they have D Hop, and then you may not be aware, but they have this guy named Rondell Moore. He's hurt now too, but Rondell Moore is like a Swiss Army knife for their team. They use him for
Mhm.
like
Yeah, they use
various
him.
things. So like not just as a wideout, but like they'll use him for like some running packages and
And
stuff
don't
like that.
they have the
So,
Terminator?
I mean, the Terminator is Ertz.
Yeah,
Who's the
he's
No,
washed
Terminator?
though.
That's what they call
Wait,
Terminator.
isn't James Conner on that team?
James
That's what
Conner's
they
on
call
that
the. Oh,
team.
that's what they
Yeah,
call
yeah.
Cotter. Yeah, James Cotter. Yeah, I get it. So
They
like, yeah,
have
nah, I didn't. I mean, I'll be honest. I don't peg him as like a great like
yeah.
running back anymore at this point. I mean, he's still solid. He's decent, but yeah, he's okay.
Marquise
You know.
Brown, AJ Green.
So yeah, they have talent. They just don't have it right now. So right
Yeah,
now he can only rely on like Ertz or AJ. And
I
AJ
think.
Green's old. He's good, but he's old. So like,
Yeah,
he shouldn't be more than like a third option on your team. And this guy Dortch they have on their team really isn't that bad either. Like, they have some decent wideouts. So they just got to
it's
get
like
them going.
it's like
I
what you're
was
saying.
actually
Yeah,
talking a lot of crap about Kyler because I was highly disappointed in him that they only had like 7 points and they came back to win. But I was upset because you wanted all this money and you wanted to play, and it's not like you have bad receivers, right? You have decent guys, and you still have a okay running back. Like I don't think he's great, exactly like you said. And I was so upset because it's like you are playing a team that doesn't have a good defense and you can only manage 7 points. And then, well, they came
Well, if we're
back.
talking about this week again, though, just like you mentioned too, he didn't have nobody. Like he already was without like his best option, and then Rondo Moore definitely makes a big difference to me, if you ask me, because like he kind of opens up things a lot more based on how they use him. So like he just has to work. He only has so much to work with. I remember watching that final drive too. It's not he didn't definitely try to throw to Ertz.
Mhm.
That final drive was insane. Like all the missed incompletion. So I can say that could have easily went to some of his wideouts too. He
Yeah.
definitely dropped the ball.
I,
Sometimes.
I was also disappointed in Kingsbury because he's supposed to be some boy genius. And then I was like, yeah, bro, what are you doing here? What are you trying to concoct here? And then, well, again, they won. I'm still not a believer in them, even if D Hop comes back. I feel like they're a mid team. I don't think they're going to surprise everyone. I think they what you see is what you get. That's it.
You went low there that last part.
I said I think they're just a team. You see what you get. That's it. There's nothing
Mm.
special about them. And I have to agree with Proc too. I feel like there's going to be a lot of 8-8 teams making the playoffs. Everyone's just going to be jostling for position.
I think Tampa Bay still is gonna end up pulling away a little bit by the end of the season. Tom Brady always ends up doing that, and then I think New Orleans is gonna look a little better than what they look like right now. Um, but then like everyone else, when I think about everyone else in the NFC, and then the Rams too. The Rams for sure. I'm not gonna count out the Rams. Just from the beginning, they'll figure out like whatever adjustments they need to make on defense. You know, but
Yeah.
other than and then like Allen Robinson, I think will figure it out. He had a decent week this second week, so like they'll figure it out. So other than those three teams, like in the NFC, it's pretty much up for debate. Other than that, and then like technically I would say as long as Arizona's healthy enough by time, they definitely should be pretty much in the same second tier if you ask me with Dallas trying to figure out if they can make it or not. And then oh yeah, I'm sorry, how am I forgetting about Philly? We were just talking about
Yeah.
Philly.
I
I
think
mean
the Eagles are going to
Philly
win the
Yeah.
division.
Philly, like yeah, Philly. I mean, Philly looks great right now, but again, we can't forget, again, it's a whole long season. We just gotta see how everything goes. But they do have a pretty good team. I mean, I really like AJ Brown over there with him. But again, if anything, those are the only four teams I can say that I really feel like, or I feel confident enough to say that they should make the playoffs in the NFC. It
Yep.
still leaves a couple slots, so like I am not a Dallas fan, but I really believed in Dallas, obviously until the Dak injury. So
I
it's like
mean, I thought they could have at least won the division, but Dak is not there. I
they
just want
still
him to
can,
come.
man. They
Yeah,
still
they
can.
think they can. I just want him to come back and just let loose, open the offense up, stop being boring.
I mean, I thought that Philly was going to edge them out by like a game or something.
Mhm.
I thought Philly was going to win the division, but like by like a game. Now I think it's going to be more like 3-4 games.
Yeah, because Dak's not there.
I mean, it's
Yeah.
easy to say that, but I mean, Dallas still just won, right?
Yeah.
And then it's just all about you. Just at least the way I look at it, when you're missing a player like Dak, or you're missing certain players. Even for me, not that I expect the Jets to again, really go to the playoffs, but I still expect them to compete. But that's why I even mentioned what I said. Like, if I feel like Zach's coming back by week 4, Dak probably gonna come back. When is Dak gonna come back? Like week 7 or
No,
week
week
8?
10.
Oh yeah,
Week
around
10?
yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah,
10.
it's like okay, week
Yeah.
10. Sorry, I thought it was a little sooner. So then, yeah, you got to think about how well you can favor or like fare over these
Yeah.
next like 8 weeks.
Yeah. We have a
Like
tough
if you can,
schedule.
if you could do okay, yeah. If your
Yep.
schedule is all right these next 8 weeks, at least maybe finish like, after 10 weeks, maybe finish. I don't know, like 6-4. You're definitely in decent shape, man. Like
Well,
you know what I mean?
No,
Like
absolutely.
I
I
don't know. I
agree.
don't know who they're playing the next 8 weeks. I gotta check.
next week they're playing the Giants on Monday night. So
That's definitely winnable. That's
yeah.
definitely winnable. I'm not even gonna say the
Well, I think
Giants to just straight up win that
for
game.
both teams that's
Yeah, for
very
both
winnable.
teams.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's definitely winnable. So it all depends. I
We'll
don't know.
see. Listen. I'm not one to oh, we're going to a Super Bowl. I just look at my team and I keep it real, right? You let Gregory go. You didn't get a replacement for Cooper. Like, I don't know what they're doing. It baffles me. But again, the division they play in is terrible, so they get to go to the playoffs. So I'm like, all right, whatever. But we just go there and embarrass ourselves. So I'm like, all right, cool. Go continue doing that.
Well, speaking of embarrassing, the last Monday night game, well, the first Monday night game actually, Tennessee at Buffalo. I mean, Buffalo just looks like. I mean, I know it's a week 2, but I mean, they just look like they're the class of football right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
They're the class of the NFL right now. I think they're even better than Kansas City.
Their
Oh.
defense creates so much more for that team than anything else. Their defense is tough to score on.
Yeah,
And
defense definitely helped me win a matchup this week. I can't lie.
Yeah.
20
I would
points.
I would hate to have to try to tackle Josh Allen. Like, I mean, when he hits you, oh my god,
But
you
that
feel that.
that's why I
I
say I
mean,
think
he's
the
just incredible. Yeah,
that's why I said I think the defense contributes more to it because their defense is forcing you off the field, and their offense is just gonna run you into the ground, and you're not gonna be able to continuously like contain Diggs and that young receiving core that they got. You're gonna get tired, and they're just gonna run up the board on you.
Yeah, I mean the defense definitely makes a big difference. Von Miller being on their defense when they already had a pretty good defense last year, right? I mean, just think about that addition. I'm not too sure about like any other like subtractions. In all honesty, I'm not like the biggest Bills fan, but that's still huge. Like I just I think about how, and I still think about even still that week one, what he did. Granted, again that was his old team, so that's still it's a lot of additional information, but still like I saw like what they were able to do, and I didn't even think it was that real for their defense. So
I mean,
yeah, I gotta agree that definitely
yeah,
opens up a lot more for them.
he definitely gives you a leader on that defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think more so than anything, that's what he gives that experience. And rumors are, I mean, Odell Beckham, whenever he's healthy, that's certainly a possibility for him, a landing spot for him. But I think he's going back to LA. I think
Me
he likes
too.
it.
I mean, he
Oh
I think
yeah,
won
he
yeah.
there.
likes
Why
that.
not?
Yeah. I also think he's one of those guys who likes it in like the big cities.
For sure.
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
He's meant to be there.
yeah. Buffalo isn't exactly a big city, Yeah.
Or Cleveland.
Yeah.
Plus,
Yeah.
he's already won a championship. I think that's what he wanted, and he's done that. So why am I gonna go to Buffalo? I could just stay in LA, have some fun, and still get a chance to win another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, any last thoughts? So, I mean, will you guys allow me to change my MVP pick because I want to go to Josh Allen now? But no, no.
Wait, who was your MVP? Oh yeah, Lamar actually.
Lamar,
Lamar. I was going to go to Lamar.
No, you're not allowed to change it, bro. You got to ride with it, bro.
too
Yeah,
late.
I'll stick with Lamar. I'll stick with him. Let's see. So it's that time. Let's look ahead now. Let's look ahead. And as I run down this week's schedule, Thursday night game. Thursday night. It's an interesting matchup. It's Pittsburgh at Cleveland.
I think Pittsburgh takes that game.
Nah, I'm definitely gonna go Cleveland.
Yeah, I think Cleveland is just in shambles after that
I'm
game.
gonna go. I'm actually gonna go Cleveland as well.
You
Yeah,
know what we
Pitts.
need? We need like a scorecard, like they do on like
All right,
Fox.
we'll start it right now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Let's start it right now. I'm sure Proc could always go back and refer.
yeah. Give you some
What? What? I
material.
don't. I don't listen back. What are you kidding me? No, I'm kidding.
No, no.
But no, I mean, like you just start it. Like start it from this point.
Okay, so let's see. Guys, you give me work here, darn it. Okay.
It's okay. Just do it on like a Google Sheets.
Yeah, I got it. I got it. So let's see.
I was opening one up also just so we know. I got one
Okay.
going. So
You got it right here? Okay.
yeah, okay. So we got all right. So I'm just gonna put my name.
So Thursday night game. Pittsburgh at Cleveland.
Okay.
So I got
Okay. You take
Steelers,
Janae took Pittsburgh. Robbie and myself took Cleveland.
Browns, Browns. Also, like, why is that team called the Browns? Everything about them is orange. That makes no damn sense. Whoever makes these names is terrible at life.
They're dogs, man. They're dogs.
Browns. Anyway, what's the next game?
Next game. Now we're going to the Sunday game. So that's Houston at Chicago. Wow. Okay.
I think Houston's winning that.
Yeah, honestly, they have looked better. I'll take Houston as well.
Really? I'm gonna take Chicago.
That's
Okay.
okay. I'm pretty sure you have somebody on your fantasy team.
Yeah, nah, I'm gonna take Chicago. Is Houston at Chicago, right?
At Chicago,
I'm
yes.
sorry, Houston is not turning this into a pattern.
That's fine.
Yeah, one time an anomaly, two times a coincidence, three times a
I
pattern.
just want you to make a wish next week. That's all.
Yeah, word. Yeah, if they trust me, if they win, I'll definitely make it a wish.
Oh man.
All right. Next game, we got the Raiders at the Titans.
If Raiders don't win this, I'm going Raiders. I have no confidence in them, but I trust them better than the Titans.
I'm going against the nation every pick, so I'm just gonna take the Titans. I mean, I can't lie. I feel like I wanted to take the Titans anyway, though. But I started to feel like maybe I'm just going against every pick.
It's okay. That's fine.
The Raiders. I mean, the Raiders should that game. If we
Should
really
win.
sit down and analyze it, like, I mean, I feel like the Raiders should obviously win. I guess I just think the Titans should only kind of bounce back against the defense that we were just talking about that isn't that great in with the Raiders. So I'd only hope maybe Derrick Henry and, like, and then Robert Woods. Robert Woods hasn't done crap over there yet.
I
So,
don't think he's
but
gonna do anything.
and who knows? Yeah, I don't think he's. Who knows? He may not do anything. I mean,
Because they
you'd only
have
hope.
no receivers.
I mean, you'd only hope. He was on a team where, like, when he was on the Rams, they had like Todd Gurley, so they had like a guy that could probably like run amok, and he still took advantage of that. But,
But
like, I don't know
he
if he's gonna
had
do that there.
he also had two excellent route runners. He had Brandon Cooks at that time, and he had Cooper Cup. So he
Was
had smart receivers. He has nobody here.
I mean, I don't know if Cup was there the whole. I mean, I'm trying to remember how much they overlapped, or if they were there the entire time together.
I think
Because I know Woods was there for a minute.
yeah.
You know, well, I could be wrong. I honestly forget in terms of how many years.
Oh, wait, did I make a pick?
No.
Oh
You-
I
no.
did. Oh, I did
Yeah, no,
not.
you
Sorry.
didn't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, you didn't. Who's
I'm
your
gonna
pick?
go. I'm gonna go Titans.
Okay.
All right.
I feel like going against the nation. No,
That's fine. That's okay. I'm okay being the bad guy. I like it.
no, I think Derrick Henry has to break out at some point, and the Raiders' defense isn't any good.
Exactly. Yeah.
So
I
yeah, that's
mean,
why I'm going
we could
Tennessee.
be wrong though,
Yeah.
obviously. So we'll see. But that's how I see it too.
Because if it
Okay.
becomes a shootout, Tennessee ain't shooting nothing. They're shooting.
Oh, for the shootout, Raiders have to win.
Yeah,
They're
exactly.
more talented on offense, but
I want the Titans to win, but I feel like the Raiders should win this game, and I feel like they wake up because they've been so close to winning. So I feel like this is the game. Again, what do I know?
all right. Next game, we've got the Chiefs at the Colts.
Oh, Chiefs.
Yeah,
Okay,
I
I think
agree
you'll-
with Dinesh.
You'll have to go with the Chiefs, yeah.
Chiefs. If the Colts win this game, I will like donate a kidney or something.
Let's see. Oh, we got it. This is an interesting game. Buffalo at Miami.
Oh, I'm going Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm going Buffalo also.
I have a scary feeling Miami wins because I don't think their corners can keep up. I think they're gonna try to get to Tua and confuse them, but I'm gonna stay with Bills. I'm gonna stay with a safe pick.
I'm going Buffalo because I mean, I'm not going against Josh Allen right now. He's in the zone. He's gonna carry them over Miami.
But you see, because the thing is, Miami has a good secondary. They have a very good secondary. It's very underrated. People don't talk about it, but they have a good secondary. And they didn't show up against Baltimore, whatever it may be. But I don't know. I want the Bills to win. I feel like they could shut them out or keep it a.
Yeah, I'll take the Bills too.
Okay. Another interesting game. Detroit at Minnesota.
I'm going Detroit.
It's in Minnesota. Minnesota always lets me down, so I'm going Detroit also. I find Minnesota finds a way. They're gonna find a way to lose games. That's why I can never take them seriously.
I feel like that will be a shootout because I feel
Yeah.
like Kirk Cousins will wake up and Detroit's defense is not that great, but I feel like they're clicking on offense.
Wait, who are they playing again? You just said Minnesota and
Detroit, the Lions.
Damn. We don't know who we pick here.
I don't know. Amon-Ra St. Brown of the Lions. He's been looking really good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, he has. I mean,
Yeah.
they definitely the offense has in Swift like all they all just
Yeah.
that at least makes sense. Like I think, mm, I guess I'll go with the Vikings this time.
That's fine. That's fair.
Okay. Another doozy. You got the Ravens at the Patriots.
Ravens.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean, the Patriots just look so like they're like such a boring team.
Yeah.
Like,
They're very like meticulous.
yeah,
They have no
corny.
receivers also.
yeah.
Mac Jones
It's
is
like
thrown to Bill Belichick, if we're being honest.
you're right. To be honest.
Aguilar,
Who's
their
that?
best one, Nelson Aguilar.
Uh, the Eagles
Yeah,
outcast? Yeah.
Yep.
I'm taking ball. I Lamar Jackson. I picked you for a reason, man. You got to show up. So
He has
Baltimore,
been. His
give
defense
me.
hasn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, Baltimore. I agree.
Okay. Next one. I know where I'm going with this one, but I'll let you guys go first. Bengals at the Jets.
I'm gonna go Bengals.
Yeah, Bengals.
I'm going with the Jets.
Okay.
I don't know.
Surprise.
Risky,
Yeah, I
risky,
mean,
but
You
it's
think if anyone would pick the Jets, it would be me. All
yeah.
right.
I'm going with the Jets. I mean,
I don't
I
think the
also
Jets. I think the Jets have a
to
good
me
defense. I don't know if they'll get to him as much as the other teams
to
have.
me
Maybe he just
If the Jets could could be a, a very good offense if they started using their tight ends more.
went some jumbo package.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
like
could be.
We'll
like
see. All depends on
I
Flacco,
think
honestly. That's why
they
I
have
don't
a
necessarily, even as a Jets fan. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think they could win the game,
Mhm.
but I'm not going to necessarily pick them to win the game. They could win the game. Like I said, I feel like they can compete. Even, but again, this is Flacco at this point, not like Wilson. And then, yeah,
like
I saw what they did against Cleveland last week, but I was Cleveland, so
this is also
you
one
know.
year. Well, no, I shouldn't say one, but a season ago, the Jets did beat the Bengals. That was the Mike White game.
Oh,
Mike F and
Interesting.
White. So yeah,
Mike White. Yeah, I was even calling for Mike White last week. But Flacco won, so it's whatever. But yeah, like I almost forgot about that. You're right. So I mean, even
yeah.
still, I'm still gonna go with the Bengals. Like especially after them losing, I look at teams, especially when they lose one week. I expect certain teams to bounce back. I think they're gonna be one of those teams that like bounces back.
So we've got next game is Eagles at the Commanders.
Eagles.
So yeah,
Yeah, we all
Eagles.
should.
I think we all agree with that one.
Carson
Yeah.
Wentz should
No
not be in the league.
analysis needed. Okay. Then we've got Saints of the Panthers.
Saints.
Saints.
Saints as well.
Dinesh, who you picking?
I picked Saints.
Oh, okay. I
Oh,
didn't hear you.
Yeah,
the
yeah. Sorry,
Saints all.
Saints. Panthers. Panthers gotta get it together. They're not gonna get it against the Saints though.
I mean, McCaffrey's having a decent start, but
Yeah,
Yeah, but
I
it's just
like them. Yeah,
McCaffrey.
yeah.
it is, and he's aging too. He's tired.
Okay. The Jaguars at the Chargers.
Chargers. Oh well,
Yeah,
what's going on with Herbert?
that's key. I think I haven't heard that he's not playing, or I haven't heard that he is playing, so I don't know.
You know what's weird? I want the Chargers to win, but something about the Jaguars just tell me they're gonna win this game. I'm going Jaguars.
Tough one.
Yeah, I'm.
I'm still gonna go with LA.
Yeah, you
They
you
should
both
win
going
this
to
game at home.
you both going with LA. I'm gonna go Jaguars.
Oh, I didn't even pick yet. Wait. Yeah, because Jacksonville. I mean, Jacksonville has surprised us at least this last week, and then if Herbert doesn't play, I don't know. That's tough. I guess I'll just, for the sake of upsets, I'm just gonna go with Jacksonville.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then we got the Rams at the Cardinals.
I'm going Rams.
Yeah, going Rams as
Yeah.
well. Yeah, I think it's a sweep. The Rams. Next game we got here's a doozy. The Falcons at a bird fight. The Falcons at the Seahawks.
Hmm.
Hmm. I'm gonna go Falcons.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Falcons as well.
I'm gonna go Seahawks only
All
because they're
right.
home.
Okay.
Only reason.
Okay. Let's see if home
Okay,
field advantage works.
let's see. Next game, you got the Packers at the Buccaneers.
I'm gonna take the Bucks.
Bucks.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they're gonna be without Mike Evans this game. He
There,
got
yeah.
suspended one game.
Yeah, but who's Aaron Rodgers throwing to?
Nah, I know that, but that's why I picked Bucks originally too. But I think Godwin's still out too. So
I
Tom
mean,
Brady's gonna be
still
throwing to.
Russell Gage. Is he? Is he out? I think he is. Russell Gage and
I think Julio may be
Julio
coming back
Jones.
also.
Oh yeah, word. I almost keep forgetting he has Julio Jones. He still has some decent options, but yeah, still somewhat decent at best. Uh, hmm. And the Packers won last game, right? So
Yeah.
they're 1-1. Their defense, like in the middle, is just kind of blah. So, and I feel like if that's the case for them, I'm gonna still pick Tampa Bay.
Okay.
They're home, right?
Yeah, Tampa Bay's home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll pick
Yeah,
Tampa
I'm gonna
Bay.
go Bucks as well.
Okay.
Okay, the Sunday night game. We got ourselves the 49ers at the Broncos. It's a tough one.
That is a tough one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say Broncos figure it out. Wait, no one is coming. Judy's coming back. If Judy comes back, I'm gonna say Broncos.
I gotta check. I don't
Yeah.
know. Honestly, I mean, I saw it was a shoulder injury. I just
Well,
assumed
yeah,
he'll be out a little bit.
they won't have like their injury reports until tomorrow, so
Yeah, I'm gonna go Broncos.
we don't have any information as yet. So that I don't know. Well, it's not like they have like Jimmy G isn't familiar with the offense,
Yeah,
so
they
That's what I'm
could win.
saying.
yeah.
He's like he's like perfect backup. He already knows what's going on.
Yeah.
Mm, that's
I'm gonna
tough.
yeah.
I'll pick San Francisco.
I'm gonna go Denver here.
Okay.
Go Denver. I think Russ, you got to figure it out, man. Got to play better.
Yeah, I think this is the game they figured out.
Yeah.
Tough game for them to figure it out. See,
Yeah.
they had 2 easy games to do it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. San Francisco is pretty darn good, even with Jimmy G.
And last but not least, the Monday night game. Cowboys at the Giants.
You know where I'm going, even though I don't like them very much, but I'm still gonna pick them.
This is a tough one still too. This one definitely could go either way.
I'm going Giants, and only reason I'm going Giants is because I'm a homer.
That's fine. There's nothing wrong.
Oh, no,
with that.
I'm kidding. No, it's the only reason. It's like the little Giants, man. We need the ice box.
I'm gonna go with the Giants. You said are home, right?
Yes.
Mm. I'm gonna go with
And
Dallas, and they're both gonna be 2-1.
Okay.
Go with Dallas. Okay.
No, like I'm gonna go with Dallas winning the game, and then therefore both teams will be 2-1.
Okay.
After week 3.
So another note, this game is going to be both on ESPN and ABC.
Oh wow! How convenient.
I mean, that's what they should have done in the first place with this week. Past week, I should say.
I mean,
just
they just
put
might
both
as well
games-
just tell
yeah.
everybody just start streaming, man.
Yeah.
Just do that. You know what? Like, stop. No more TV here. Just stream.
Yeah. It's on ESPN
I
and
literally
ABC.
just reactivated my Prime just so I could watch those Thursday night football games. They got me.
Who are the Saints playing?
The Saints are playing the Panthers.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna share this spreadsheet with you guys. It's not anything fancy. I just tried to get stuff in so we can keep track.
Yeah, it could be fun. We can keep track from starting week 3 onwards, and
And we can see who's like Nostradamus.
Yeah.
'Cause,
It's gonna be me. I can already see how you picked Dinesh.
Oh, I picked on emotion.
Nah, I'm messing with you.
I try to analyze, but sometimes like The universe is like, hey, these guys are gonna win, just like with the Miami Dolphins versus the Ravens. I was like, I feel like the Dolphins gonna clap them. And what happened? They did.
You know what? If you put it out there, it'll happen.
Exactly.
The universe will make it happen.
Exactly. I just won $1 million.
Yeah. So all right. Another fun meeting with you guys, man. I love this.
It was great, Brock.
I
It's
love
always
having
great
these
being here.
little hour and a half chats with you guys. Yeah, man. And of course, you can also hear these chats starting October 6th on the new radio show. And of course, I'm not going to leave my friends behind. So, they're coming with me. Don't worry. Maybe some other friends there too. Don't worry. They're coming with me. Not going to leave you guys behind. Yeah, so open invite. Anytime you guys want to hop on the radio show, you are more than welcome.
What's your email? Well, you can give me after we finish.
Yeah.
Rob. But yeah, guys, this
All right.
Yeah,
was
so
No, it
awesome.
was definitely a
another.
pleasure. I appreciate it as well.
Are you sure, Rob?
Always.
Even though you
Huh?
got picked last, like we don't,
Oh, you were breaking up there. You said what? I got picked last, and then what?
I said, are you sure you got picked last? I don't want to like hurt your feelings that I'm the number
Oh,
one
nah,
draft
that's
pick
cool,
now.
man. I don't care. I don't mind getting picked last.
This is
It's
like
all
my
right. I'm
my,
over it now.
my second game, and I'm already starting.
It's all right, man. We're gonna see who Nostradamus is, and then Proc's gonna have to make an adjustment.
That's fine. That's okay. I'm all
Yeah.
right with that because it's gonna be me. I'm gonna be right most of the time.
No, I think we all know Prostradamus is the real predictor. So,
that was good.
and on that note, I can't find a better way to end it. On that, I have
Indeed.
to end it on that note. From Prostradamus and Dinesh and Robbie, of course.
Rob
Thank
Stradamus.
Rob Stradamus. Okay.
That sounds like somebody's gonna rob you of your fortune instead of telling it to you.
I'm coming for your knowledge.
Oh, you supposed to get rich? Nah. I'm about to take all that money.
That sounds like a character from like the WWF in like the 80s and the 90s, like somebody like back then.
Rob comes out with a crystal ball.
Right, yeah.
I see your future. You're about to get smacked down.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it sounded like character from like Bad TV. That's what it sounded like.
Got a turban on, crystal ball, and like a cape.
Well, speaking of WWE, if The Rock, if you're listening, I'm starting a radio show on the 6th, and I'd love to have you on as a guest. So if you're, have your people call mine, and we'll do this. And I'll let you guys. I will let you guys. I will let you guys be on that interview as well when we meet The Rock and Derek Jeter.
If you ever get Jennifer Lopez, let me know, bro.
My God.
So J-Lo's people, if you're listening, if you are listening, we want to interview her.
Word.
I don't know. Have you seen that? Have you seen that gif that she's like she's only 2 rings away from Tom Brady?
Oh, jeez.
Oh, well, of course. No, I always. Yeah, no, I know.
She
Yeah,
went-
she has crazy rings.
So as I said, from Prostradamus, on behalf of Rob Stradamus and just Dinesh, we don't have a name for him yet.
That's fine. I'm okay with just my name.
Dinesh Stradamus, I don't know. Says goodbye. You'll see us next week. You'll hear from us next week, and then, of course, October 6th, you'll be hearing us on the radio, well, internet radio. So, goodbye for now. I hope you enjoyed it, and we'll hear from you guys next week. All right.
All right.
Goodbye, everyone.
Take it easy, guys.